Welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs, your home improvement and remodeling podcast, where the two most entertaining guys discuss the do's and don'ts in home construction and in the remodeling industry. Remember that you can nail it, paint it, or just tune into the show. How about that? Here are your hosts, Colin Shaw and Jimmy Driscoll.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 20.
I just listened to that. The two most entertaining guys. I never heard that before until tonight.
What?
Two
How
most
long has that
entertaining guys.
How long has that been our
Oh,
intro?
my God. I guess if I was like on a ship at sea that went down and we were in like a life raft, I guess I would be very entertaining.
You would be, actually.
The people would hate. They would hate me.
They're like, stop clowning around.
Yeah, no time for jokes. You'll be the first one we're going to eat.
You're right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So usually we see everybody here, but we're going to see everybody over here.
That's right.
Because Jimmy's bored.
I'm bored of looking at myself straight on. And you people aren't even watching us anymore.
So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to look this way at you. Am I
Just-
supposed to look this way? So I'm all confused.
Nobody looks, I don't know.
All right.
I've been, whatever.
Okay. Whatever.
It's like we're like talking to like millions out there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how was your Thanksgiving, man?
It was good. It was good. Long, but it was good.
Yeah, well, you were with the family. Kids were up. From
Yeah, kids
school.
were up, which was great. Great to see them.
Nice.
Yeah, that part's always kind of fun. But, I got to be honest with you. Come the end of the weekend,
Yeah.
I was ready for them to go back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. I'm going to miss them. Miss them for the next couple of weeks, but they'll be back soon.
I went to Plymouth,
That's
Mass.
right. Yeah.
I went there. I went to the village. It was great.
Was it?
Yep. And we had our names in for reservation for a turkey dinner.
Okay.
And it's freaking amazing. All the fixings, and you can go for seconds.
Okay.
And the food was great. But we went into the village. Now, this has something to do with Behind the Studs now.
Uh-oh.
Because when the people from Plymouth came over, well, ironically, they came from Plymouth, England.
Right.
And they landed in Plymouth. Well, they landed off of Cape Cod and named it Plymouth.
Named it, yes.
They originally wanted to go to Virginia, but they were sick and they just needed to get in the land, and that's what they knew. Anyway, so they had no all they were there was to survive.
Mm-hmm.
There were no tradesmen on the ship. It was a very, very young crew and a very young population that lived on the boat, which was 100 people.
Okay.
There was only one person who had a trade, and he couldn't use his trade. No one could really barter. They were just trying to survive through the winter. They landed in December. He was a housewright. He was a carpenter.
No kidding.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, they all took care of themselves, but they took care of each other, helped build the houses with each other.
Nice.
But there was like the only way they made money really was the money that they would get from England. So there was no currency once they got to Plymouth, of course. But,
Right.
So that was interesting because I met
Very
the guy, the character who was, the actor who was in character, and it was the only one that I knew that, there was no blacksmith, there was no, there was a couple of guys there was the cutting planks, but that's what they did. They cut the wood, but there was actually kind of like one guy that kind of knew what he was doing.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, is there a lot of people up there during that time of the year? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a comfortable crowd. It wasn't like, it wasn't like Disneyland in the winter.
Right.
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very manageable.
Nice.
And it was great. I was glad I did it. Plymouth is a great little town to visit for the holidays or even any time.
Yeah.
It's a nice, quaint town.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I
You got a
learned
nice
about the
little-
history. Yeah, I learned
nice
a lot
little
about the history, and I took it all in. It was really, really good.
Very cool.
Right.
And the food was good?
Food was fantastic. A lot of great restaurants over there.
Yep.
Right on the water.
How far away is that from us?
It was an easy ride.
Okay.
It was a couple hours,
Okay.
but it was a very, very easy ride, and we hit no traffic. Believe it or not.
Yeah, wow.
Wednesday, the only we had a little hit the brakes a couple times when we hit Providence.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, we were just moving right along.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Lucky.
I was very lucky.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Then you made it back before the snow.
You made it back from the snow.
Yeah.
I heard it was really bad and windy here. Bad weather on Thanksgiving here.
It wasn't pleasant. No.
No.
But I mean, most everybody's inside, so it's one of those holidays where you don't have to be outside anyway. So,
Yeah.
but it was good. It was good. Well, good. That sounds pretty exciting.
What's going on at work with you? What's happening?
Bathrooms, and more bathrooms.
Me too.
Yeah, it's very peculiar this time of year. I mean, usually there's a lot of other stuff too that kind of gets mixed into it. But for whatever reason, I've got bathrooms booked through February. I mean, it's crazy.
Really?
It seems like, I don't know if that's, a strong part of our website or what. We just are getting known for the bathrooms that we do. I don't really know.
I doing a bathroom myself. I'm actually the whole house got water damage, toilet flooded.
Oh.
Insurance job.
Yep.
And working on that and making that all nice and nice. But I just laid the tile down the other day, and I'm impressed with the Home Depot tile.
Okay.
I'm impressed with it's the Dale or Dow
tile.
Yeah, Dow tile.
Yep.
It's pretty consistent.
Yep.
All the products that they have there, I think, are great.
Okay.
So happy with that. I'm going back after the podcast. I'm going to go finish grouting the floor and call it a day. Oh, my God. I'm so sore, man. That's like,
yeah. Tile works hard.
Dude, when you're working by yourself in a small area, turning, twisting,
and
59 years old.
Then you got to run downstairs to cut?
No.
They
had a veranda on the outside of the house.
Okay, nice.
So I could keep everything. I could cut it right there and just walk across.
Nice.
But still.
Nothing worse than having to go up and down flights of stairs just to make a cut.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, my God. Right.
So it's well worth it to have a helper.
Yeah. Oy vey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oy vey. So in my house, which we all can relate to right now, it's being the winter, finally, bad timing actually, putting in a new boiler in the house.
Nice.
Actually got it from Home Depot.
Okay.
And it's
the brand?
Yes, it's called a slant fin boiler.
Okay.
Good, very, very good reviews.
Okay.
My boiler of choice, hot water boiler, is the Crown. That's the one that I really, really like. The reason why I like that is because a friend of mine had one put in, had it installed, and I was just impressed with the mechanics of it all, the simplicity of it all. But again, that's got a 5-star rating. The Crown.
Okay.
And that is manageable for a homeowner for that kind of a boiler. It's the middle. It's priced adequately, I would have to say.
Okay.
It's not like a Badaris where you're going to spend about $10,000
right.
on a boiler.
Yep.
And the efficiency on a Badaris. This is my opinion. There's not much difference as far as efficiency goes. If you get a professional in there, they'll probably, if they're selling Badaris, they can tell you. But it's only a few more percentages than it is a Crown or another one.
Well, yeah, I mean you're dealing with newer technology too with a lot of these units. So,
yeah.
The old ones are the ones that are like horribly inefficient.
Right.
Down the 70s or wherever.
That's mine.
That's yours. So
71.
And now you're going to go to what, high 80s probably?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, if you go for the gas propane, that'll get you up into the 90s, but high 80s is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Now, my suggestion to the homeowners is this: if you go shopping for a boiler, besides going online, go to your plumbing supply stores. Mm-hmm. Go to your plumbers and ask them what they think, because it's a really great roundtable discussion.
Yeah,
it really is, because it's you can really pick and choose, and they'll tell you why they like this and why they like that. I know plumbers who like certain ones, and then which is really good, they'll tell you ones to stay away from.
Correct.
And that's the big one.
Yeah,
that's the big plus.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I mean, the Yorks are controversial, even though I had a guy who puts boilers in, he loves them.
Yeah.
But I've heard plumbers go, no, good 2-3 years and they're shot.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so funny, in Europe, they change their boilers like we change our cars.
Really?
Yeah, they don't let them go for 30 or 40 years. They'll change one every 10 years.
Wow. Why?
Germany, Switzerland, they love the engineering.
Huh. And they like to improve the efficiency, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
So that
kind of like us with computers.
Yeah. So on that note, besides heating, electricity. So I talked to Nigel.
Okay.
I talked to him last night, as a matter of fact. I called him. He was the guy we had on the show for SunPower Solar, and I have SunPower Solar.
Yep.
So I had mentioned to him, because it's coming up in conversation a lot more often. I've seen it on TV. I've heard it on TV, that people are looking into the battery packs for the solar power. And the battery packs are basically stored energy, but the only time you really use the battery packs, from what I understand, is the only time you use them is when you are when the power goes down. and the
Okay.
battery packs come up.
Okay.
So I would have to say if you're in a really high, like hurricane zone or a really bad zone where you lose power all the time, it would be, it would be beneficial to you to maybe have the battery pack, depending where you live, if you're way out in the woods.
Okay.
But he said to me, it's still first generation on the battery packs. They haven't perfected them yet. They're not as efficient yet. You got to wait a while. I agree with him 100%. Get yourself a $600 generator, if that. One you crank. Have the electrician put the plug on outside.
Yep.
You just have that for the time being, so it plugs into your boiler. And gives you some light. Your refrigerators. And
Yeah, because those portables are not bad.
They're not bad at all.
Generators. I have one. Mine's like 7,500. So it'll run for 9 to 10 hours on a full tank of gas, which is great.
That's all you need.
I run my entire house on it.
We'll lose power. You and I'll lose power, maybe 3 or 4 hours, 6 hours.
Typically, yeah. I mean, a couple of years ago when we had those storms, we lost them for a week.
Yeah, that was Sandy.
And then there was that other one that fell like right behind it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Two full weeks, separated by a couple of months. So, but yeah, I mean, typically, how long do we really? I haven't used my generator since those two storms. So
I live in a pretty well populated area.
Yep.
And for some reason, when power does go out in our state, we tend to get it back quickly. I don't know if it's because we're near the police station. I don't know.
That'll help.
Yeah, but they run on generators too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they always say you'd like to live near your first selectman or a guy who's high up in the power company. Usually your neighborhoods are up pretty quick.
Right?
Yeah. Or live near the main road.
Hey,
Those have to go up too.
big push on Nest, huh? Google Nest.
Yeah,
Seen a lot of that?
I have, actually. I have. They are really, really going for it.
Yeah.
So it's a good product, though. It's interesting.
What are these burglars going to do now? Because everywhere they go, they're seen everywhere now.
They are. There's
The
nowhere
ring
to hide.
and everything else.
Yeah. There's
It's
nowhere
awesome.
to hide. It is. It's great.
I don't know how these people like ADT, and people like these secure. I'm getting bombarded on the phone and the emails now. So, they want to give you this, give you that.
Yeah, I do. We're finishing up a bathroom right now for a customer, and he has his own alarm company. And they keep wanting to ask him, but I'm like, I don't have the nerve to ask. I'm like, what are you going to do? Because everybody's doing their own security systems now because it's so easy to do. Marissa was in here, and appeared on the show and was talking about that too. And it's easy enough to do by yourself these days. So
I got a buddy who's got cameras all around his house. And he can see me when I come down his driveway. He's got everything, and it's recording and everything. And the resolution is perfect.
Yeah.
And where I live, I'm not worried. But at the same time, if somebody came down to, when I'm not home and they're in the backyard and something,
Yep. Yeah, it's phenomenal. It really is. We've got friends that have a house up in upstate New York, and they rent it out and everything else, but they have all the security cameras on the outside of the house.
Yeah.
And they can see everything that's going on. They know they can hear everything if they want to as well. Neighbors coming up and yelling at people, and they have it all on tape, and just all this weird stuff. I'm like, really? It's all right on his phone.
My buddy lives in Cheshire. He goes, you ain't gonna believe what I got on my camera this morning. I go, he goes, I had a big black bear. Black bear came right into his camera.
Kidding.
Yeah, thank God his garage door was down because the bear was smelling the garbage in the garage.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, big sucker.
Wow.
Yeah, he had a bobcat, picture of a bobcat. God, good thing it was a bobcat Goldthwait. You gotta let me in. Let me in. Yeah.
Is he still around? Mm-hmm. Is he? Oh my God.
Funny as ever.
Really?
Oh
No
my
kidding.
God, he is hilarious.
Do you remember back in the day?
He was obnoxious. I didn't like him back then.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, I like
Okay.
him. I didn't.
Yeah.
But some of his stuff is like, wow. Even now that he's older, he's still,
Yeah.
he's got it, man. He's funny. You and me, we love comedy. So.
We do. We even wanted to own our own comedy club.
Yeah, that still could happen.
That could happen.
When we start
All right.
making millions on this, we're going to open up our own club. That's it.
That would be great, though. Then we could have comedians on the show.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, that would be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
So one other thing I wanted to talk about, too, I was talking to a plumber, and we were just kind of having a conversation, and I was asking about homeowners, and they try to do their own plumbing and different things like that. So what he said, which I just never really thought of, I just assume everybody knows this, but they say that the biggest thing that they would always recommend to a homeowner is learn where your main water comes in
Yeah,
and how to shut it off.
absolutely.
He's like, there are so many times we come in to a house, the water's pouring, and they're standing there, they don't know what to do. And he's like, shut off the water. And if they had just either thought about it or just knew where it was, they could save so much damage, if they're home when something explodes. But I guess a lot of people just don't realize where that is. They just never really paid attention.
Anytime I'm doing construction on someone's house, whether it's a basement renovation, like a bathroom renovation,
Yep.
anything I'm doing with this construction is a hammer and a nail, any kind of penetration through a wall,
Yep.
and I'm going to be there,
Yep.
I say, where's your main?
Yeah.
Where's your water main?
Yep.
So I can shut it off in case case in point, I did it. I was putting up a ceiling.
Oh, no.
I was framing out a ceiling,
Yeah.
with sheetrock, and boom, I hit the boiler line. That was awesome.
Yeah.
In the basement, but it was a cement floor.
Luckily.
Yeah, and I called him. I go, Brian, I'm sorry. I hit the pipe. He's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I had to crawl like G.I. Joe. He had so much crap in his basement
Oh, really?
to get to the main line.
Yeah, definitely never put stuff in front of that either.
Yeah.
We'll always leave it because the time you need to get to it, you need to get to it
Oh,
fast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That and the electrical box.
Yeah, know where that is, too.
Yeah, I'll forget that. Mine's
Yeah.
behind everything.
Is it really?
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus,
no.
yeah.
Don't tell your building inspector.
Well, I know it's
like
supposed to be
that.
3 feet,
They
4
don't
feet.
like
Well, tell my girlfriend. Tell her.
So your water main does come through in the basement. It'll come through your foundation, and you'll see a valve, a shut-off valve. Typically, they're yellow handle, but I guess they have the old versions out there probably still, too.
Yeah, rarely, though.
What the heck? Just go do it for fun.
It's right near that blue tank, the expansion tank.
Yep.
So that's where it is.
So before
If
you
don't
need
know
to
where
do
it
it,
is.
you can just go down there, just shut it off, and then try your water and make sure it works. That the shut off works, and you're gonna be in a much better place when you need to be.
Yeah, that's important too. Your shut off has to work.
Yes, that would be important.
And if you want to play it real safe, go to your breaker and shut your well off.
Yeah, yep.
The
hot water heater and all that other stuff too.
I'm working on a house. This was horrific.
All right.
I'm working on a house. It was on a slab, not on a slab, but a very small crawl space. And it was down at near Niantic. It was near it wasn't this big, ugly, freaking house. Ugly.
All right.
Oh, it was like one big, huge room, and they made bedrooms in it. And they had old plumbing in it. They had the old ceramic sinks with the stainless steel legs.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the tile and all this shit.
Yeah.
So we had to take them off because we had to repair some of the tiles, right?
Okay.
So this was fantastic. I'm with a friend, Angie. She's painting with me, and thank God she was there. So I'm going to put the sink back on, and I literally tapped one of the mains, the cold water shut off.
Yep.
Tapped it. Boom! Whoosh, water is flying out.
Wow.
The whole bathroom was tile floor, mosaic tile, and it was old, But it's just like, oh my God, where's the shutoff? Under the house.
No.
And it's in weather like now. It's like December, right? I am crawling under there. I'm crawling. I'm trying to find it. I find it. I'm shut. She goes, that's not it. I'm under there again. I'm showing, that's not it. I'm shutting everything off. It's not shutting off. And she's just scooping the water into the tub, trying to stay ahead of it.
Yeah.
So I finally ran inside,
Yep.
ran into the kitchen, went and hit the freaking well pump off.
Okay.
Boom.
Yep.
And it was the weekend.
Okay.
Had to get a plumber. I found him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it done. I got it fixed, but there was no shutoff for that.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
There was no shut off.
There was no shutoff for that water line.
That's crazy.
It was stupid.
Very stupid.
Yeah.
Very stupid. But now there is.
No.
No.
Nope. He just soldered it on and called it a day.
That was it, huh?
That was it. No, he's not going to go down there. He's not going to go in a crawl space like I did. No way. It's a freaking Sunday.
All right. Well, yeah. Job security for
I'm going to
him.
get home and get to the freaking game, watch the game.
There you go.
I'm 2 beers behind. Bye.
Yeah.
Zip, zip. See ya. $150.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh. Ouch.
So we got the home show quickly approaching.
That's right. I'm so psyched.
Yeah, in February, so that's going to be good.
It's going to be awesome.
We're going to have somebody in from the home show probably next month. Talk about it. They're going to give away some tickets to the show and stuff
good.
like that, so that'll be kind of fun.
That'll be great.
I think I told you, too, we have Stephen Way coming back in next month, which is going to be
Building
great.
inspector from East
Building
Lyme.
inspector. He's going to talk about doing drawings. He is a draftsman and how to work with surveyors and structural engineers and that sort of thing. So
Right.
kind of educate people on that process. And I don't know who else.
Man, I am doing a lot of education right now with customers, and you are too. Because they've got these ideas. Some good buddy of mine called me over and he's like, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm like, dude, you just can't do that. You have to make sure you got to go to the town and see if you can do that.
Yeah.
Why won't you got a river less than 100 feet behind you. That's why you can't build there. That's why they won't let you.
Right.
So you need to get all that stuff together for you. But things like that, and just have the building ideas, and then I'll take it so far. And they says, listen, you got to get a framer in here. He can give you the rights and wrongs, and you want to go even further. Get a building inspector in here, or get an engineer, and get it right.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, spend the extra money and get it done right.
Yeah.
So we're looking at an addition right now, and there's all these different roof lines right now, and then they want to add this section for a master on the first floor, but there's all these roof lines and stuff, and it's actually way above my pay grade. So I'm bringing a framer.
You are creating so many problems.
Yep. So you got to make sure it's done right. You don't want to get valleys, going in the wrong direction.
Oh my God, I hate that.
Yep.
Worked on a house in Old Saybrook. It was a modern house. I hate modern houses. Hate them.
Yeah.
Hate them.
Yeah.
They all fail. All the roofs fail. Every one of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
You
got a hip. You got a valley. You got another valley. You got a valley on a valley. A valley and a hip on a valley. Yep.
Yep.
And then they go, they reshingle it, and then they crack all the sheetrock inside, and that gives me more work.
Right. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Is it New Year's already?
You know where I'm going in January, baby?
Oh, boy. Where are you going?
2 weeks, man.
2 weeks?
In 2 weeks in January. I'm going to South Africa.
Jeez.
I'm going to go swim with the sharks, and I'm going to go do a couple safaris, and I am not going to smack a giraffe on the ass. That could be very painful.
All right.
But I'm going to go. I'm going to go to Victoria Falls. I'm going to go do that. That's like it was on my bucket list. I'm so excited about doing that.
Nice.
And maybe I'll find some construction out there. I'll send some pictures in.
All right. That would be nice.
But I'm swimming with the sharks, dude. I'm going to a shark tank, and I'm going to swim with them.
That's ridiculous.
I don't care. Shit, I don't care.
I
live in Connecticut.
Strap some sardines onto your ass.
Why not?
See how that goes.
Why not? I don't care. If I'm going to go out, let me go out in a blaze of glory.
By being eaten by a shark.
Jim Driscoll behind the studs was eaten by a great white today.
Well, I appreciate that.
He put sardines in his butt.
Please tell Jane to make sure she puts in behind the studs.
Yeah.
in your obituary.
Right.
I'll take the advertising.
I couldn't believe he did that. Oh, my God. Swimming with the fishes.
Nice.
Well, if you're going to go out that way. He was enjoying life. He was enjoying life.
Swimming with the sharks.
He was enjoying life. He's doing what he wanted to do. Now he's in the belly of a freaking shark.
Not for long.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Not for long.
Not for long. Oh, my God.
You're going to be the better part of the
I
shark.
would be not good tasting at all.
No,
because I'd probably have a whole belly full of Mexican food in me.
Oh, jeez.
That day when I go in there. Nah, he's not going to want that.
No.
Nothing to do with me.
No.
Human burrito.
Jesus.
All right. Are we done here? Are we
I
done?
think we're done.
Let's
go.
go.
I think we're done.
The two most entertaining guys got things to do.
Right. Didn't we want to give a shout out to somebody we think
Oh, yeah.
Brantford.
Bradford. Bradford, is that it? Bradford. Yeah, lawyer Bradford, who loves the show, listens to it all the time. He's Colin's number one fan. Great guy, super guy, out there breaking the law. Thanks, Bradford. Bradford, whatever. Just don't call him late for dinner.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks a lot for listening again. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Share this. We need more and more listeners. Keeps growing, and we appreciate it.
Well, yeah, just tell them you're the two most entertaining guys.
Right. Of course they're going to want to listen.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next week.
We'll see ya.
All right, bye.
Bye.